Okay, my name is Laura Schifrin and I'm chairing the Town Properties Committee, calling to order at 4:34 p.m. on August 2nd, 2022. Have a roll call, please. Vicki Tidman present.
Don Hayes present.
Laura Schifrin present. Julie is absent with notice and Kevin had broken down on his way here. So we do know where everyone is anyway. Additions or deletions to the agenda not foreseen 48 hours prior to the posting. There are none, unless somebody else has something. Seeing none.
No.
Okay, number 4, the Board of Selectmen's request regarding a plaque placement, and James Normandin is here with us.
Hi, Laurie.
Okay, hi. You want to just click on that thing that says.
How do you get rid of that?
You use the mouse.
Oh, what mouse?
It's on an iPad. That right there.
Okay. I don't think that's going to get rid of it though.
Yeah, it does. You have to click on the OK. Just
This
go
is says
OK.
got it or me. Oh,
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Works. It's just as good as OK. Okay, so let me recap a little bit of what has happened between the last couple of meetings. And James Sabat and I have spoken, and James has also spoken to Jody. We've all had conversations with the fire chief and found that that's not going to be appropriate. We were exploring the VFW area, and that area turns out is owned by Fish and Wildlife.
Yeah, parts of it
It's
are.
part of the state.
Yeah.
And so not thinking that the board may want to deal with the state on something like this, because it isn't just the veterans or the VFW that we would be dealing with. So having heard that, I did a little more talking and research with a couple other people, but not as much as I wanted to do. But then I found out that that's not within our purview here to decide on the how or where or if it could be, only to suggest a few spots where the Board of Selectmen could discuss and then decide if those spots were appropriate. So one of them is where the star plaque is in the front of Town Hall. And then, or another placement in the front of Town Hall, whether it be to the right, you know, in the same place as the one that we have there now, because I don't know its origination, you know, but that wouldn't be up to me. That's up to the board or us. Not me.
Laurie, do you want me to summarize what we have at the front of Town Hall right now?
Sure.
So if we stand with, imagine we're all stood with 119 behind us. So we're facing Town Hall. The Selectmen's chambers on the left-hand side of the building. We have a memorial there for World War I and World War II those who served on the wall. And there's what we call a little foot marker there too, where little flags and flowers go. And then on the right-hand side of the steps, if you like, there's a bigger memorial tablet there to the Civil War and the Grand Army of the Republic. And then to the right of that is the Gold Star marker.
Okay.
So I sent you some pictures yesterday, kind of to give you an idea of where it goes.
I did not get those.
Email.
Yeah, I did not get them.
That's okay.
Okay.
Well, I just summarized is exactly what those three show.
Yeah, because I was going to do that today, and the day just didn't allow me to do it. So that's the Town Hall. Now, across from Town Hall and in front of, closer to the stoplight and in front of where PC Land is, there's also a memorial there. Is there not?
Yeah, that's the Lions Club marker, isn't it?
Okay, so I didn't, this is something else I was gonna take a picture of, but didn't get there. So, but that is still town property, right?
I don't know. Jody would have to let us know.
It's in front of PC Land. It's like a,
Like a V?
it's just like a V. It's like in front of the,
It's in front of-
driveway, if you will. You know? And then there was also, I don't know, maybe this is just the fire department too. Because I know that they had a ceremony, again, in the V at Turnpike Road, which is gotta be town property.
Oh,
And
up
it's
in the,
in front
what's known as the upper common.
Yeah,
There's
it's in
two
front of
memorials there.
Spalding School.
Yep, that's called technically the upper common. And there's two memorials there. One to the firefighters memorial, and the other one is a all veterans memorial that was
All
done as an Eagle Scout project. Yep.
That's an all veterans. Okay.
Yep.
So that would be another spot. And then Town Common also has, I am told, again, didn't get to walk there, memorial plaques as well. And that Town Common would be under the guise of the Board of Selectmen as well to do something like this.
Where on the common, do you know, is it part of the gazebo or?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's between the parking area and the bandstand.
Oh, okay.
The parking area
In
in the
the
bandstand.
bandstand.
In the back?
In the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so, and there, basically, in a nutshell, would be the opportunities that the Board of Selectmen could look at and decide where they would like to do that. So, other than that, I don't see what town properties would be doing, but that those are viable options to give them from town properties. Those are viable options to give them.
So should we forward those to the Board of Selectmen?
We would be forwarding those to the Board of Selectmen. But discussion, Dawn, Vicky, on,
I had visited the sites on my own, and I had looked, trying to think of this. One of the things, this seems to be the first time we're doing this, as far as putting a marker down like that. One of the things I thought of is a memorial area divided into grids, because other people may consider, and so if we had an area similar to the backside of the common, which could make some sense, have sections for, you know, if there's somebody that we want a civil plaque for because of their contributions civically to Townsend. And so they might be in one area or the section where war related and those sorts of memorials like we're talking about could be in a different grid, so that they would be paired into areas in the memorial area. So I was thinking, you know, that like a memorial area that would have its different sections, so that we're not trying to come across this each time determining where to place. It's kind of like we make that decision and have Board of Selectmen go with planning it out a little bit more in case it comes up in the future, so that we're not doing it on a one-by-one basis and trying to place them here and there.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Madam
Yeah.
Chair, there is actually two markers that I came across as I walked around Town Hall. Neither of them are military related, but they're behind that section where the gold star is. One's to a Don Paulson. I don't know who that is, but there's a marker there in the ground. So I don't know whether that helps. I think it's a great idea, Don, but that.
Yeah, no. Same thing. I mean, that if that's the piece, we do civic in by the bandstand in Town Common, and military we'd recommend goes in front of Town Hall. because
I think
those
that's a
areas-
good idea. I don't know
Yeah.
that we have not been giving
Mhm.
anything that in writing that says, this was the process we went through to have the Lions do their thing, or the two that are over in the Upper Common, whether it's fire or veteran related, we don't know the origin.
Right.
So Don brings up a good point, is we need to find out the origin and where do we want to continue this in the future without
Mhm.
having to go through what we went through this time.
Right.
Vicki, thoughts?
No, I think it's a good idea to have a place designated so that we wouldn't have to go through
Yeah.
that every time, yeah.
Jody, what did you find out about?
That's not, I'm assuming you are talking about that little triangle. That town hall right there,
Yeah.
that's this. So that's not town.
It's not town owned. Who owns it?
Chaplain LLC.
It's the same parcel as the
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it used to be
Yeah, but-
Elaine Brackett used to own it. And when it was a bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's at his place.
Well, I wonder how they got permission to put it
So maybe
there.
they just asked him.
Huh. Well, that one would be off our list. Only because I think the town should look under property that's under their realm and they don't have to go, my thoughts, anybody has different thought, please let me know. They shouldn't have to go to ask another entity to do something like this, okay? So is that what you think, Don?
Yeah, I think it definitely is town. I would, and I'm assuming that conversation was about the Lions plaque section, because I look at that with a redesign of the intersection there at 119 and 13, that could be taken away almost at any time if you go to a two lane into one lane like they're doing in most other intersections.
Yeah.
Good thought.
So it's kind of like I'd almost, that would have been my thought is it can go away. It's kind of like, it's not a,
Okay, so, I think that brings us to, I'll entertain a motion to present the location of the town hall property, the town common, and the upper common, all being under the Board of Selectmen's purview.
Right.
Is there a motion for that?
You're saying we make a motion to present these to the Board of Selectmen?
Yes.
I make a motion to present the locations of the town hall property, town common and upper common to the Board of Selectmen for consideration for plaque placements.
Is there a second?
that was second.
Dawn, any further discussion?
Just, do we want to prioritize where we think it would go in those three, or just let them choose?
I think they're gonna end up choosing anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I don't-
but
I just-
I don't know if they'll care about our priority,
Mhm.
but we
Understood. Yeah.
could. I mean, what would you suggest? What would your order be?
At this point with the other veteran markers in front of town hall, I'd say number one would be town hall. Number two for me would be the common. I would really like to see that as people are drawn to the common and the bandstands, it gives them something else to do while they're at the main area, rather than needing to go further west to look at additional plaques. So those would be the preferences in the order that they were presented.
And Vicki, do you agree with
Yeah,
that?
I agree. That sounds good.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Dave?
as a member of the public, can I throw something out at you that you may have overlooked.
Well, don't throw anything at us, Dave. please.
And I said throw out, not throw.
No, okay.
Tell me what you think.
Near the Catholic Church where Highland Street and 13 divide.
Oh, this is Kevin. Let me just.
There's a triangle, there's a parcel there with a flagpole and a stone monument with a plaque there for World War I veterans. I don't know if you didn't realize that that was there. That one seems to be an overlooked veterans memorial in town.
Oh, I didn't know there was one there.
Let me go look. What did he say? What,
He said it.
So it's right over here?
Yeah.
Highland
Yeah,
Street.
if you're heading north, you go around the back of the common, go past the Catholic Church on your left. You can then continue to the left to go north on Route 13, or you can go to the right and go to Hillside Cemetery, where
Oh, yeah.
that parcel of land, that triangle there has a flagpole, and it has a monument to World War I veterans on that chunk of land.
Do you know if that's owned by the town, Dave?
I have no idea, but I
Jody's
didn't
got-
hear
Jody's
you
Yeah,
mention
Jody's
it,
gonna
so-
look.
So I'm
Jody's
just bringing it to your attention.
It is?
It is
Okay.
owned by the town. Okay. I mean, I have no problem with putting that in there and for them to make their own decision.
Madam Chair, I will say that's quite a small lot. I was there just the other day. To put more memorials there might be problematic, just in terms of size.
I mean, there's probably a lot more space with the three that we have already.
Yeah.
in consideration.
I don't have any problem with throwing that out to them. We're not gonna give them the order in which, because we may, four people may have four different ideas of what should go first. And then we're just letting them know what is feasible and within their realm to make a decision on. And then hopefully, James, that would be your discussion with them. Okay?
Yes, thank you, Laura. I'd just like to say, whilst we're on this piece, that you guys have been super helpful, and Laura, you've been really good at kind of working with me on this. So thank you very much for all your help.
Okay, I was glad to work on it. I just wish I knew more of a background of how we got to the ones that we got, you know, and I'm not sure that it's something that somebody in town hall is gonna find out quickly,
Yeah.
you know? What's the thing on that one?
Town Townsend, and it is that little triangle right there.
Does it tell you how much land that is?
Teeny tiny.
It's not even.
Teeny
a tenth of it,
tiny.
not even a tenth of it.
Is that like, so people would be at the common and they would cross to get there? People would be at the common.
Yeah, this is Highland.
It's Highland.
So this is 13.
Oh,
This is 13.
Here's the main common, then this is the triangle here.
Okay.
Well,
Probably,
actually, that would be a dangerous place for anybody to
Yes.
even go look at it.
probably not,
Yeah.
Dave.
What are you trying to get us hit by cars?
I just gave you that piece of knowledge, and however you use it is entirely up to you.
Okay, well, it'll be good knowledge for us in the future, but
I think that's dangerous.
probably that would be a safety issue, I think, for that. I think we all think that, sitting here, but,
I agree. I just wanted you to know that that was there.
okay, very good. So we're gonna move forward with the motion now. Any further discussion? It's on those three parcels. Hearing none. I'll have a roll call vote, please. Dawn?
Yes,
Vicky?
Yes.
Anya, yes, sorry.
And Laura Schifrin, yes. So thank you all for that, and now we can move that forward to the Board of Selectmen.
Good luck, James.
Because
Thank you
they
very much,
will-
everybody. It's been a pleasure.
Just look for when they're going to be discussing it or have it on their agenda.
I will. I'll reach back to them and get the ball moving further up the hill.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank
Jane.
you.
Good luck. Okay, and Kevin let me know that he was passing the VFW.
Oh.
And I said we were in town hall, so he will be in. And we can just recap for him on number 4. But I think he's gonna make it here for us to discuss that 182 Warren Road. And I can give the report of what I got from Stan Dillis.
Oh, did he go walk it?
Well, I asked him to, and he gave me his opinion, so
Okay,
I'm thinking that he did.
yeah.
Let me see if I can find the email while he's not here. There he is.
I must apologize for my tardiness. Oh, flat tire. Got told in 5 days.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, catch your breath because we have, we've now gotten to, 182 Warren Road. We just reviewed the,
Assessment from
no,
Stan.
No, we were talking, no,
we
no.
were waiting for you on that one. We've just finished the designation of town properties for a veteran's plaque. And we decided on 3 recommendations to the Board of Selectmen, one being Town Hall, Town Common, and Upper Common.
Sounds good. I talked to the fire department.
Yeah,
They
we all
thought it-
did.
Yeah, okay. They thought it should be left for,
Yeah,
and I understand.
we all did that as well as the VFW, talked to VFW and
What was their,
state land.
what was their feedback?
They don't, they really didn't come into play because it's owned by Fish and Wildlife, that part in front. So
Okay.
that was a non-discussion thing.
Okay.
Okay, so, but we have 3 areas that are good and where there's other plaques now, and the Board of Selectmen can decide what they want to do.
Great.
All right, 182 Warren Road. I got an email back from Stan. And what I gathered from it was that Stan did not walk back on the property,
Just walk the front piece.
just walked the front piece, so he did not see all the debris and tires and whatnot that have to be removed from there.
Did he see anything that looked sensitive? As far as.
He did not see wetlands. I
Okay,
think he said that. That's what I'm.
okay,
let me
that's
just
what I
look.
was referring to.
Yeah, so let me just,
Some of it looked sensitive to me,
okay, here we
and
go.
that's why I wanted him to walk it.
I didn't walk the whole site. There are no wetlands on Mass Mapper GIS. It is in endangered species habitat. I deal
Which
with
is
those
just a
folks a
main-
lot,
that's just
so
a
I'm
fine
sure we could satisfy them.
So he's thinking there's something there, or there's possibility. I
There's
guess,
something there that's there, but then I asked him, I guess he wants to know how we got it. I told him for taxes. Yeah, he did not, so,
He only walked the front portion. But he
Yeah.
didn't seem to think that there was. He didn't see any wetlands in the front. Well. I think at that point, we should. Before we go giving it up, I think we should probably, take a little more thorough look at it towards the back and see if there isn't something there. Or what you.
There'd be a lot to clean that lot out.
Well, here's my thing, and that's what I was trying to ask him, what do you think the cost is gonna be for cleanup, number
10
one?
grand. Under that, probably. When there was a small excavator, you gather all the crap up, you get a short dumpster in there, you charge you $1,500 for the dumpster. You get a day or two with a mini excavator there and do it for less than that.
So the
The
house,
lot's worth, if it was a lot, if it's a lot,
so you
and
have
that's the
no
big if.
testing.
But if it's a lot, the lot would bring a buck, wouldn't it? So if the lot would bring a buck, then, you know, isn't it to the town's best interest to look into it a little further? At least get it, have Stan go back in there, maybe as a
Like pay
some
him,
kind of,
actually pay him to go in and look at it.
correct. And do an assessment of it. And go down and dig a couple of test holes. And at least see if the potential's there. If the potential's not there, what's the town get into it? Right now, we don't have to clean it. Just to go in and do a preliminary assessment, a couple of test holes, a couple of grand, maybe 3.
Well, we don't have any money.
No, I recognize that. I recognize
So who
that.
do we refer
Yeah.
to say that
I don't know.
that's,
What do you think?
do we refer
Where's the
to
avail-
housing?
Land use, you have any money?
Not like
I was gonna say, land- I was gonna say,
It's a
Um,
budget.
You could say you would like land use to figure out what the process is. Get it done. I don't know how.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah.
Get it done,
Our
get it
recommendation-
done.
Take that can along and then.
I
write
feel
it all
like-
out.
I feel like,
And then I'll come back down and talk to
Yeah.
Tony about it.
I feel like an initial assessment should be done. And if it's nothing there, the town's gonna be out, say, 3 grand. We haven't cleaned up the debris. And at that point, then we can offer it to the abutters, if there's nothing there.
Is the concern specifically around wetlands? Or is just in general?
No, I think the concern is to see if it's worth some money, and if it's worth some money, it benefits the town to sell it,
Okay.
okay? But if we don't know what we have,
It makes a difference between the parcel being worth 10 grand or the parcel being worth 100 grand.
Any ideas if it's a buildable lot?
correct.
And we have to find that out. And
And
if it's not,
not worth a buildable lot, then it's worth
offer
getting
it to
off
the
our plate.
neighbors, offer it to the neighbors,
Yeah.
offer it to the state. And, get it out of here.
Oh, I'd auction it.
Well,
I wouldn't offer it to this. Don't they have
Process.
enough?
Yeah, but does that abut anything if the state
The state
owns?
owns it. I think the state
In the
owns a
back,
piece of the
maybe.
parcel.
In the back, yeah.
I think it abuts that family there to the right. And
Yeah, it
there's
does.
an
And
abutter
then
to-
there's
there's an-
another one to
There's
the
an
left,
abutter
right?
to the left.
So,
So it has value. It would have some
To
value
somebody.
to them. And then it would get back on the tax
Tax
rolls
rolls.
again.
Right, yeah,
Versus
well, unless the
town.
state took it, then that wouldn't,
What's that?
if the state took it.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I think the state would be the last resort because they're only paying a couple grand an
Yeah.
acre.
Yeah.
They're only paying a couple grand an acre.
Yeah.
Last time I knew.
people come out here and they look at some of our properties and they say, wow, we have so much land out here. Yeah. And guess what? It's never gonna get dense.
Nothing will ever happen to it.
You know, so it's like enough ready. And-
No, I understand. I'm with you. I make that comment quite frequently. It's about 30-something%.
Okay, so anybody want to make a motion to,
Pass this off to land use?
to direct land use to find out if this is a viable lot or not? So that we can recommend to the Board of Selectmen as to what to do with this property, because it may have value to the town. Does that sound appropriate?
I make a motion that we direct land use to research 182 Warren Road to see if it's viable as a building lot.
Any comments, Don?
Uh,
You want, I
Nope,
guess
nope.
I can, Kevin. No comment?
Everything Karen had said it makes perfect sense. I mean, I drove by the property. I couldn't even identify it from the street. So it's kind of
Yeah,
really nondescript. So we need
Yeah.
to find out more.
there's a boarded up house on it.
Yeah, I saw that. I think we paid.
Yes,
It
exactly.
was,
That's the biggest
yeah, there
place.
was a transfer last year that Finance Committee approved to board it up.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
Yep.
Okay, hearing no further discussion, I'll take a roll call vote. Don?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes,
Yes.
And Laura Schifrin, yes. We don't have to book a next meeting because right now we don't have anything to do. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting at 5:05 PM.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote.
yes, Vicky?
Don
Don Hayes, yes.
Kevin Smith, yes.
and Laura Schifrin, yes. Thank you very much, everyone.